Welcome to the No Cat Sports Show podcast where sports and combos collide. I'm your host, the Cobra.
I'm your host, Mo Money.
I'm your host, O Dog, aka O.
And I'm Coach Milton, back for a second time. Appreciate the invite, folks.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, Coach.
Welcome back, Coach. Welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Welcome back.
Cheers.
Hello.
You act like everybody ain't on here hydrating. We all hydrating somehow. You try to jump out there, fellas, talking about cheers. Ain't nobody saying that.
This
No
ain't hydration, though.
Hey, look, and this ain't Starbucks.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
How y'all been doing, fellas?
I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
Enjoying this beautiful playoff basketball.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's jump right into it, man, because we got a lot to rap about. So, man, without further ado, man, let's talk about these topics. So you just mentioned the NBA playoffs, man. It's still they still playing at a high level. They still giving us some exciting games to watch. The Pacers did their thing. They got you know what I'm saying, they moved on to the next round and got Cleveland up out of there. I know, O-Dog, you and I both, we picked Cleveland to finally live up to their seeding and make it to the NBA Finals, but that didn't work out. So let's just start with this one series before we move on to the other series, because Coach Milton had brought this up a little earlier offline. So I wanted to, let the whole group discuss it. Do you think Cleveland playoff woes is the fault of Donovan Mitchell? Does his and I know Mo had I think I know where Mo gonna go with it because he had a similar take about Dame Lillard a few years ago. So you know what? Let me start with Mo Money, then we go to you, O-Dog, and we gonna cap this conversation off with Coach Milton.
Well, I want to go. You gotta go, Coach Milton, after Money Mo, because we don't know what he said. I want to respond to what Coach Milton said.
I bet. So look,
I'll go last.
Hey, Coach Milton, kick it off, and then let the fellas respond to you.
So right after the game, and you know your nephews. You have Pop here and Navi here, and they watching the game, and Pop, he critical, bro. He's like, that damn Mitchell is terrible. Like, he been on him all series. He said, hey, and look, by the time I responded, he had already pulled up his 8 years of playoff run. He said, Pop, he said, you can't tell me this dude has been to the playoffs for 8 years. I don't care if he scored 45 points. And he said the last 3 minutes of the, I think it was second game, he said the dude turned the ball over 3 times. He your go-to guy. So he ain't cutting them no slack. And then Navi was kind of with me on, I'm like, bro, what more you want this man to do? If you sit him out, ain't nobody doing nothing. So even when you try to take him off the ball, and I think I said this last week, you take him off the ball, you tell him don't score, they take a 20-point lead, and now they down, they done drop half the lead to 10 points. And so they done picked up some momentum. So where does this fall on him? Like, I get it as his squad, but what more you want this man to do? Because he clearly balling. What is he averaging? 35 points a game in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think going into last night's game, they say he was averaging around 41 points a game in this series.
Yeah. So, and I mean, is he making all the right plays all the time? No. But hey, man, I just don't know what else this man can do if his supporting cast ain't stepping up. So I'm kind of torn on it because them dudes was about ready to. I said, man, hey, man, the next game coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. What you guys say about that, Mo Money?
I mean, I said it the other night. The thing about Donovan Mitchell, he's a prolific scorer. All right. So I had to go back in the NBA history and think about prolific scorers and how many of them have won championships outside of Michael Jordan and guys like that, because they're two-way players, right? So when you think about prolific scorers, you think about somebody like Bernard King, think about somebody like Carmelo Anthony, you even think about Allen Iverson, right? What happens with these players is they put a lot on the offensive end, but and a lot of times they're defensive liabilities. So you ask me, what more do I want Donovan Mitchell to do? I want him to guard up, because on the other side of the ball, it's 4-on-5 a lot of times. Also, when you're watching the games, I watched his Utah games because I was a big Donovan Mitchell fan. I wanted the Knicks to draft him. He doesn't always play within the game sometimes. So the way that he gets his shots off is good. It's great in the regular season, but in the playoffs, you got to get your role players involved. You know, if you look at the shot chart sometimes, he might take 25, 30 shots. When you got other players, if he would swing a little bit more and get them involved early, because he can get his, then they would be a little warmer for him later on. I think that's what Donovan Mitchell can do as he continues to progress as a player, understanding that you can get yours at any time. Get everybody else involved and get in the damn gym and work on sliding your feet, because he can't do that right now.
Oh, dog, thoughts?
I agree a little bit with Coach Milner, Coach Milner as well as Money Mo. Money Mo got some great points as well. But at the end of the day, the basketball game is 5 people. That's what makes team sports so unique, because you're getting a lot of people with different personalities, different games to come together collectively and try to win a championship. It's not tennis. Okay. So as we look at as we look at Spider Mitchell's stats, let's look at Mobley's stats, how he was during the season to what he did in the playoffs. Let's look at the other big guy. That one time when Spider Mitchell and the other young boy, I forgot his name, they had 20, I think they had 50 shots, and it was 20 shots between the two of them, right? Charles Barkley came on TNT. I definitely don't agree with everything he said, but one thing he said in the beginning, even last series, the bigs got to play. So how many times we supposed to give them the ball, right, in order for them to come on and get some points and start averaging what they averaged during the regular season? Spider Mitchell, one man, put it like this, Money Mo. What if he didn't score the 30, 40 points? How many points do you think they would lose by? He ain't got nothing to do with it. He don't, even if he did guard, that don't got nothing to do with when Indiana came back. That very first game, right? When they was down 7 and they came back within I don't know how many seconds it was, or whatever the case may be. Everybody got a guard. That's lazy with everybody. Bottom line is Cavaliers don't know how to win. Let's say it ain't about him scoring. It ain't about him doing this. It's about a leader stepping up and saying, hey, look, don't say it when you down 3-1. What the boy said, well, if you don't think we can win this, don't show up to work. You should have said that after when y'all got upset, when y'all had game 1. Don't say it in game 4. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Hold them accountable after game 1, so we don't have to be in that predicament. So I think they all need to learn together. I'm not gonna blame it on Spider, but obviously, just like as a quarterback, when you are the franchise player and you getting $250 million, hey, part of the reason is they let you know, hey, we gonna blame everything on you. We got to blame it on somebody. So we gonna blame it on Spider Mitchell. So yes, he can play better defense. The very first play of the game yesterday, I don't even know who he was checking. I don't even think it was Hansborough. I think it was the guy with the braids, the youngin that went to Gonzaga, light-skinned youngin that could shoot it, right? What's his name?
Naismith.
Nembhard.
Nembhard. So Nembhard, or whatever, first play of the game, went to the rack, easy little layup. Like you said, Money Mo, he ain't slide his feet. I'm like, Slim, it's the playoffs. You playing like you playing pickup basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I can't, and I don't care what it is until he decides the same way I sat right here. You can pull it up, Kobe, Money Mo. You know, I got on Jayson Tatum.
Right.
You gotta play defense, and he did that last year. That's the reason why they won a championship. So I agree with both points. Some of the points that Money Mo made, as well as Coach Milton. But I'm also not gonna sit here and blame it on him, because if he didn't score 40 points, would you think Mobley gonna score 20 and then the other big boy? Fuck no.
Mobley averaged close to 16.5 in the regular season. He averaged 18.8. Also, it's important to notice, right? Mobley shot 8 of 12 last night, 24 points, double-double.
Okay.
Get a man another 5-6 shots. You ain't gotta go 40.
What about the games? What about the games before that? Not last night.
So he missed 2 of the games. I think it's game 1 and 2. He missed with an injury.
Okay.
And then when he came back for the other games, he gave you 18. He gave you.
So 10. He only played in 2 games. He only played in 2 games.
He played
in 3.
3 games. 3. So he played in 3.
Okay.
He played in 3.
Yeah,
so, but he only averaging like 13 shots a game.
How many shots did he average during the regular season?
Shit, I don't know. That's a lot of research.
Okay, then we got to look at both.
Now, I will say this:
not a lot.
One of the things that they did say last night, because I kind of came in on, I think, the back end of the game. Apparently, the bigs were scoring. Him and Allen was having a great game, and all of a sudden, I think Garland and Donovan started shooting up threes, like just hoisting threes, and I think it was Donovan, Garland, and Max Strus all were like 1 for 15 shots. And they were like, what are y'all doing? I think Jalen Rose was like, man, y'all got to get the ball back in the middle, because your bigs have established themselves in this game. So I do agree that last night's game, they took it away from the bigs, but I don't think that's been the tone the whole series. But last night, most definitely they shot themselves on it, because I think they were winning by 20, and they went to halftime by 3 or something like that.
Yeah. You know what the problem is, Money Mo, Cole, Coach, Uncle Milton. You know what the problem is?
What's that?
Who's been Donovan's OG in the NBA? When he was at Utah, who's been his OG? Who showed him how to win in the NBA? Somebody might have showed him how to be a pro. Who showed him how to win? He went to fucking Utah. Yeah. So who showed him, hey, Slim, hey, man, ain't none of that playoff time. Hey, we got to go do this.
That's a good point.
This is what is required of you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I moved around and played in different places, when I went to different organizations, it was an OG that was at some of those places that sort of taught me, ain't no going out this. We don't go out during the playoffs, buddy. Ain't none of that. Hey, we doing extra film. Ain't no getting out of here after practice. What I'm saying is, who's taught him how to do that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they come into the league, they balling, they doing their thing, but the value of having an OG and somebody teaching you how to win, right? Holding him accountable. Hey, Don, who called Donovan out? When he ever been called out besides Shaq?
Yeah. And Rudy Gobert. That's it.
Oh yeah, that one time Rudy. Yep.
But in terms of calling out your star player, that's where your coach have to step in. Right. You know what I'm saying? When the coach gonna hold the star player accountable, just like he hold everybody else accountable.
Right. Just like the coach did for Minnesota the other night when he got on Ant about defense.
Yeah. In terms of Donovan Mitchell, I think he's a great player. I don't think he has a high basketball IQ. Like all of you said, I just don't think I think he plays a great brand of basketball, but I don't think he plays a winning brand of basketball. Like, I don't think he makes his teammates better. I don't think he knows how to read the game. You guys mentioned that Mobley was shooting about 80% from the field. Donovan Mitchell, he's probably 70, 60% because he's nursing that ankle injury. He want to keep pumping up threes. He missed his first 8-9 threes before he made his first one, and he ain't make his first 3 until like late in the second half. So you see somebody got it going on in the inside, and then even himself, he's doing well getting into the teeth of the defense, getting to the rim and getting fouled, getting to the free throw line. Stay with that formula. You know what I'm saying? On offensive plays where you think you need a break, go inside to Mobley, play off of Mobley. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain ways, it's just certain things you can do to make your team better as a whole. And that's your star player on the court with the ball in their hand. That's not the coach right there. That's the star player with the ball in his hand. You know what I'm saying? And yesterday the coach made one huge mistake because we saw game 1, 2, and maybe even 3. And I think, Coach, you and I, we both said that they gave Jerome a little bit
Jerome
too much of a green light, right? He was shooting so much where you forgot all about Mobley and then Struz. They not getting their touches, and Jerome just pumped it up. But at the same time, he's been one of your aggressive offensive players, somebody who's been shooting the ball, sometimes making them, sometimes not. But you don't play this guy last night until late in the third quarter. That was the first time that we saw Jerome into the game last night.
He came out.
He came in 3, 2. They went from a double-digit deficit to being right back in the game to where we didn't know who was going to win the game at one point. So looking at the coach, like, what type of decisions are we making from a coaching aspect? And then from Donovan Mitchell's side, like, come on, bro. After being in the league for 8 years, trial and error, I get it. He didn't have an OG, somebody who taught him how to win. But after 8 years of trial and error, you should have by then you should have learned something. Right. You know what I mean? In terms of a winning brand of basketball. And let's not forget, this man went to the University of Louisville and played under Rick Pitino. You trying to tell me he didn't come into the league with something from Rick Pitino in terms of winning basketball?
It's a difference between winning college basketball and being a pro. So,
but it's not. But it's not.
Well, if you think the same thing as being what John Wall came in as a winning player from Kentucky, what did he do in the NBA? Did he win in the playoffs? It's a lot of people that win in college that don't win in the NBA, Cole. So
no, but it's about learning how to win, learning how to play a winning brand of basketball. Like those fellas that come through, like the University of North Carolina back in the day, they all learned how to win because they played with winning organizations, winning programs, coaches that put that battery in their back. Yeah, it may take them a while to actually win a title in the NBA. Like you said too, O-Dog, it takes five players to win, but at the same time, you have to be the leader of that and kind of spread your knowledge and what you learned over the years as well, and let that trickle down to your teammates. But I do think we need to hold Donovan Mitchell accountable because he is one of the great players in the game. He'll be all NBA. I don't know if he'll be first team or second team, but one of the two. So he has to be held accountable just like we hold all the other all NBA players accountable. And like you guys said, they've been number 1 seed all year. Nobody has even been close to beating them in the East. And to go out like that and to see the brand of basketball they was playing, to go out like that, these conversations need to be had.
Hey, one other point I want to make, fellas. So I think organizations and peers speak to your value in the league, right? So the New York Knicks in that same summer had a chance to go sign Jalen Brunson or trade for Donovan Mitchell. And one of the things that the executive said in New York was that Jalen Brunson was a winning player. Although Donovan Mitchell may sell seats and put people in the stands, they felt like Jalen Brunson was a known winner who can enhance not only the franchise, but the players around him.
Yeah. And more money. Where did Jalen Brunson learn to win from?
Man, he's Villanova.
Man,
for every winning program, and every player you name, we all can name a player that went to a winning program that was, come on, man. North Carolina, you talking about North Carolina shit. Nobody want to go to North Carolina because you got people on Gilbert Arenas show who bona fide snitches. Do I got to say his name from North Carolina? Did they teach him that there? Come on, man. Next call. Get out of here, bro.
You always got a bad apple, bro.
Okay, then.
You always got a bad apple. You can't.
Well, I don't want to hear that shit. I'll talk about a winning or.
I can't believe you even. Hey, we don't even bring up dudes.
It's a lot of people that go to winning. It's a lot of
idiot.
It's a lot of people that go
bona fide idiot.
It's a lot of people that go to winning. It's a lot of people that go to winning teams, Cole, that don't win. That's all I'm saying. It does not transition.
Even a good player in the league.
It does not transition to being a win. It does not transition to winning in the NBA. That's all I'm saying. In that case, why Christian Laettner didn't win?
You might not win a
Why
championship, but
Christian
it's talking
Laettner
about
didn't win?
winning brand of basketball is different from
Why
winning a
Duke? Why?
championship.
Okay, so why Duke players don't win all day?
Only one team is going to win a
Come on,
championship
bro.
this year.
You got to win, man. You got to win. You like you said. I'm repeating what you said. You said it translates to the NBA, and I'm telling you,
the winning brand of basketball. He doesn't play a winning brand of basketball.
I know, but you said the organ. You said the program. You said the program. So my question to you is,
where you learn it from the program.
yeah, but you got guys that go to winning programs that don't win in the NBA. They don't come close to winning.
Don't win. What you mean by don't win?
In the playoffs.
Now it doesn't count if you're on.
You got guys that got franchises. Zion went to Duke.
Zion not fucking available, but when he's on the court, he plays winning basketball. Am I wrong or am I right? When he's on the court, he plays winning basketball.
Yeah, okay, you right.
Yeah, we talking about the brand of basketball, not holding up the trophy at the end. Are you doing what you can do to make your team better, maximize that team's talent? That's all I'm saying. I don't think Donovan Mitchell does that. I think he does well for himself individually.
Well, say that part. Don't say nothing about no team or no university. You're 100% right when you say it like that. But you bringing in the university. The university don't do nothing to help try to teach me how to play winning basketball. Nah.
Yes, they do.
Nah. Well, okay then. Okay. Well, I hear what you're saying. I got you.
All right, moving on to the next playoff series over there on the east side. So we got the Celtics and we got the Knicks. All right, the Knicks up 3-1. They're going back to, I believe, where they going back to Boston.
They're
going back to Boston for game 5. They're going to try to close this out. Of course, Boston is without Jayson Tatum. Because of that terrible injury he suffered last game. Let me get your guys' thought on, do you think the Knicks go ahead and close the Celtics out, or do you still give the Celtics a fighting chance to get back in the series and possibly win it?
Oh, you want to go first?
I was watching. New York is tricky for me, man, because as good as Jalen Brunson has been, Cat is just playing, again, stupid brand of basketball. You got Tatum out with a.
He went to Kentucky though. That's a winning university. So maybe he went to Kentucky, so he should know how to play winning basketball in the NBA.
So when I was
3-1.
When I was walking through and I caught the game, it was, I think, 33 to 30, something like that, New York winning. You in the first half of the game and Cat got 3 fouls already. How you the main ball player? Like, the thing that I don't understand is, like, Cat plays so he could be so dominant. He's a double every night. But how Tatum is out, y'all in Boston trying to close these dudes out. It ain't like Boston can't win without Tatum. One game? Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? And so you gonna mess around and continue to put pressure on your point guard who is injured. Y'all both playing crazy minutes, and you can't stay on the floor to help extend the lead so y'all don't have to fight. It ain't like Boston gonna lay down. They at home. So for me, that's the only thing that scares me. Well, not scares me, just kind of puts me on the fence with it, because they do not play well at home. Even if Tatum doesn't go down in this game, I don't think they win this last game, because they were already starting to lose the lead when Tatum got hurt, because he went for a steal, and you seen it, as soon as he planted that foot, it was gone. I was like, that's Achilles. He's out of here. But New York does not play smart basketball to me. And it's Cat. Like, it's always Cat, because he gets in foul trouble for no reason. Like, it's first half that he said it again, Mo. I'm sorry.
No, I said for years he's been getting in foul.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. I think that it's sad, heart goes out to Tatum. Hope he heals well soon, because the dude, after he was done dirty in the Olympics, the kid has shown that he can be someone that you can depend on. I always kind of throw my hat in, like, I can't trust him, but again, he showed that last year. And he, like O was saying, he played defense. He's been playing both sides. Well, he's been their hands down their best player all season. And to see him go down like that is sad. But for New York, man, like they gotta put away because them cats go back home. Boston can beat them one game. Like they ain't nothing sealed with this. And so for them not to be playing serious is just it makes me scratch my head sometimes.
Yeah, I think Coach said it best. Carl Anthony Towns, I'm watching the game. The foul, they're silly. And he does it every game. It's a silly foul. He gets into foul trouble. But to your point, Coach, not only is it him getting in foul trouble, his backup shot 9 of 33 from the free throw line. And they're continuing to hack him. So if you know that, you gotta stay out of foul trouble. You gotta stay out of foul trouble because while Mitchell Robinson can give you valuable minutes, they literally just fouling this dude and slowing the game down. Yeah. So it's offsetting the fact that Boston just keeps shooting up at least 25 threes a game. Whether they make or miss them, they're gonna shoot them. And that was to Kobe's point. He said that on the onset of the series. I thought that Boston was going to sweep the Knicks, me personally, and Kobe was right. Boston will shoot themselves out of any series because they played with their food in game 1 and 2, shooting too many threes. And now they're in a situation where they're one game away from going home. My last point is Indiana's already closed out. I'm old school into thinking that if a team that you're playing is already at home resting, then you need to get at home with them. So hopefully New York can get it done tonight.
Yeah. O'Dog, what's your thoughts on that Celtics Knicks series?
Who, me? My bad.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on the?
My bad. I was studying for my program. My bad. I just wanted. I hope the Knicks win. I'm simple with it. I hope the Knicks win. I want to see somebody else. So I hope the Knicks win. I'm rooting for the young boy Bronson. I love the youngin. I hope they win. Yeah, that's it. I just want to see the Knicks win. I want to see a different NBA champion this year. So.
Yeah. I'm the same. I think we talked about it before. I thought that the Celtics overall is the most talented team out of the two. Mm-hmm. I don't like the way they play basketball. I don't like their style of basketball. They pump up a lot of threes, and if they got it going, they're gonna blow you out the water. If they're missing, the other team could blow you out. Or the Celtics could be up 20 during the same game and get cold in a quarter and a half, and now you got a back and forth game. And I just think you shooting dice playing that way. I think you playing a risky brand of basketball. I never liked it, even though they won the championship last year. And you salute them for winning, but even last year they kind of got that Kawhi Leonard treatment where their path to the title was of least resistance, if you ask me. I think this year they playing against some teams where everybody's fully loaded, everybody's healthy, and I just think the Knicks is a tougher team. To Coach's point, sometimes Karl Anthony Towns don't play smart, but what he does, he plays hard. He plays physical. He's unstoppable on the block, and he can step out and shoot the three. And he's a wonderful compliment to Jalen Brunson, who's a bona fide superstar. Then he got his two sidekicks from Villanova, you know what I mean, that knows him like the back of their hands, and they complement each other well too. They do all the dirty work, all the defensive plays, make open shots when they have to, finish on the break when they have to. I like that coach. That coach has always coached toughness, has always coached defense. And I just think you just see that identity with that whole New York Knicks squad. And that's why I would like to see a team like
why ain't nobody talk about Brown?
Who?
I said, why ain't we done had 4 people, we had 3 people on here talk about this. Ain't nobody say nothing about Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 300. You had 300. I mean, you gave.
Yeah, I mean,
you gave him 300.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So on the Celtics side, You know, Tatum, your best player. You got some great role players. They all just 3-point shooters. You know what I mean? Brown, Brown is Brown. He's a complimentary player to Tatum.
Right.
I like that he plays more aggressive than the rest of them. He at least can get the mid range into the basket. But I don't like that he still hasn't gotten that left hand right. You make him put the ball on the floor going left. He looks average at best. But I think when they play tonight, right?
They're playing right now.
They're playing right now, Cole. That's why I said it. Brown.
I think tonight is when we really going to see Brown's value. Now, you're the guy. You're the number one option. The ball is in your hand. Now let's see what you can do, Brown, and then we can talk about it. Let's see what Brown really about.
Yeah, he just had a little conversation with the youngin from the crib from Maryland. What's his name? Hart. They had a little run and pull, whatever. But one thing you just said about what we all said, what Jalen Brunson did, Hart got into it with Brown. The first thing that Brunson did was got Hart an open jump shot, and he knocked it down just now. See, it's that type of shit. I don't, and I know I keep talking about this brand of basketball, and that's what I'm saying, Cole. We was taught that at the Boys and Girls Club. We was taught by good coaches. I was taught that at White Oak Apartment Complex by a young boy named Push that was a left-hander who was doing this thing, other things, right?
Yeah.
But he was a vicious point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's that's what I mean by it don't matter whether or not because I'm pretty sure somebody obviously Mitchell has some, but you got to have it from a person that you respect that has done it in the NBA. It don't matter if you just getting buckets, but you ain't won nothing. I mean, you telling me to show up. I'm like, bro, I'm not listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got some, you a vet, but you trash. Right. So my point is like everybody on here was 100% right when they talked about Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Like Slim really, it's certain people that really know the game. Like you said, if it's a big man hot, why would you come down to, the other day I was watching, I don't know if it was Brunson, but it might have been the Celtics or it was some NBA. I almost started to say, let's have a immediate group call. Man came down on the fast break, 1-on-4, and went to the corner and shot a 3. I said, I'm out of here. Netflix. I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah,
because it's not a game of basketball until it gets to the playoffs that I know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I don't know what a two-way player is. Two-way player to me is somebody to play offense and defense in football. Right. I don't know what a two-way player is in basketball.
It's crazy when they say that in 100%.
Basketball. Yeah.
The difference, the reason that I don't mention Brown is I like White more than I like Brown when it comes to this team. I think White is a more important player to the team overall. I know they say Batman, Superman, Batman, but when I watch Brown play, is he talented? Hell yeah, he can do anything he want to do. I don't like his game. Like I said, right now, I don't fear Brown. I'm looking out more for White than anybody because he's the difference maker on that team. I think regardless who's on the floor with him, he's just now. Is he the number one guy? No, but you.
So put Brown on Cleveland. Put Brown on Cleveland. Do they do the same thing?
With Donovan Mitchell?
No, take Donovan out of there. Put Brown on Cleveland where Brown is the number one guy in Cleveland. Do you think they do the same thing?
Nah, I don't. No. I would have to see it. I don't see Brown as a number one guy. I just don't.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to see Brown as a number one option.
Yeah.
With the current team,
with Jayson Tatum.
He wouldn't be the number one option.
They should have pulled the trigger. What was it? 2-3 years ago when they was in contract negotiations and they was trying to determine whether or not they was going to split those two up. I wish they would have just went on and split those two up, let Brown go somewhere and be a number one option at one of those teams that needed a really good player, and then we could have got a true evaluation of what Brown is.
Yeah.
But the Coach Milton part, you know who else thought that White was better than Brown? Team USA. When they sent who they sent home Kawhi when they sent Kawhi Leonard home and they needed another wing player, everybody thought that Brown was the natural selection for Team USA to go with. Instead, they went with somebody on his own team.
Oh,
They
that's
went
crazy. I forgot he wasn't even
yeah,
on the squad.
yeah, they went with
Wow.
White over
He got
Brown.
more. White got more minutes than Jayson Tatum. What you talking about? White played a lot.
Yeah,
100%. But I forgot Brown wasn't even on the team.
right. And
Damn.
because they picked White over
They
Brown.
shitted on Tatum
Hey,
and didn't
what
bring
school
Brown.
White went to? Money Mo.
He
Shit,
was a
some small
D2.
school.
He was a
Yeah, it was
D2
a
Oh,
cat,
small
boy.
school.
they probably got a good winning program and know how to win in that organization.
That's what I'm thinking too. They had to be. It had to be, bro. Hey, oh no, now you getting it, brother. Now you getting it. That's what I'm talking about.
He went to the
Now you
University
getting it,
of
bro.
San Antonio. He went to the University of San Antonio where
And they
Greg
won 8
Popovich was the coach.
championships in 3
There
years.
you go. There
Man,
you go.
stop it,
There
man.
you go.
Stop it.
There you go.
Got me
Y'all
spit my
wild,
water
man.
out all over the place.
Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild. Y'all
You got
tripping
me
tonight.
about ready
Matter
to
of fact,
choke myself
hey,
in here,
look.
man.
Hey, matter of fact, I'm out of here.
Hey guys, taking it over to the West Coast, man. So last night, another great game between the Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, Oklahoma City Thunder is the number one seed, and there are a lot of people favorites to go to the finals and maybe even win the NBA title. I was one of those folks that my prediction was whoever came out the Denver Clippers series will upset OKC. So I'm gonna stand by that. But after watching these games, and all the games being competitive, all of them has come down to the wire for the most part. Um, I just don't think that Denver can beat them this series just because I think from an execution standpoint, Oklahoma City executes better in late game situations. I think they know where the ball should be, and I think the role players know where they should be, and they're ready to make plays when they called upon. But the most important aspect out of all of this, why Denver can't win this series, even though I think they should, is because of the firing of their coach. Right now, we're seeing the difference of coaching. If Malone was still the Denver Nuggets coach right now, today, there's no way they would have lost those two games when they're up double figures in the fourth quarter and they started to turn the ball over, a lack of execution, and all that. That wouldn't have happened on a Malone team. So now we're seeing the effects of the Malone's firing in this Denver OKC series. What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
I think you're right about that because when you see the coach that's there, what is he, the interim coach? He ain't doing nothing. He don't even look like he belong there.
Yeah,
Every time you see his face, he just sitting there like, what is going on? Like,
Damn,
I believe,
damn, coach.
I mean,
God
again,
damn, damn. You ain't
I'm
never
saying
heard
every
of
time they put the
You ain't
camera
never
on
heard
him,
of assistant coaches?
yeah,
God damn. That's wonderful.
oh,
Damn.
even as an assistant, you got to have some idea of what's happening. That dude looked like he just standing there like, what is happening? Like when every time they show him, like half the time they show him, I'm like, who the hell is this cat? He looked young as hell, for one, and then you can tell Jokic is telling everybody that dude just standing there waiting for the game to be over. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I think he's trying to hide from the camera because you can tell he has no clue what's happening out there. So for me, but I think the most critical part to this thing, man, is Porter Jr. He's another one, man. He's not showing up. Like how does cat? I know when he came out of college, he had the issue with the back, but I think he's been in the league long enough now, and he's proven that he can play. But he just ain't showed up. I think what's Gordon has been the one that's been really, playing out of his mind and doing everything he can. I know he's dedicated the season to his little brother passed and all that stuff. But I just can't figure out Porter, man. Like why does this dude not play consistent enough to help these dudes win? And then sometimes Jamal Murray disappears on him. Like I question him sometimes. But it's clear that Jokic is coaching his team. Joker is coaching his team and they're doing well. But the one thing that we all know that team wins this thing. And Oklahoma City is growing up before our eyes, man. Because at one point, at the first couple of games, they were talking about what's the second cabinet team? Was it Jalen? What's his name? Jaden.
Oh
Williams.
yeah.
They got two of them on it. I can't think of their names right now, but he was
Right.
missing. He wasn't shooting well. But because the others played so well, you didn't really miss that, right? Because they're playing not just the starting five. I think they
Mm-hmm.
go 10 deep on that bench. You got Dort that comes off the bench that gives them good games. Who is it? Wiggins? Is it Wiggins that comes off and does some stuff for them every now and then?
Yeah.
So all these guys are not only playing their roles, they're flourishing in their roles. And you can't beat a team like that. I don't care who you are, because at any given time, you got a cat that shows up and gives you 25 out of nowhere, and you know what Shea gonna do. Shea is okay with stepping back, getting these guys involved,
Right.
and going to Hartenstein and to Chet. And then you got somebody that Dort comes off and he's hitting, they keep feeding him.
Right.
And when he missed, whistle, let's get him out of here. He done, he done, he
He was
done,
the
he done
difference of
done
the
his
game
part.
last night,
Yeah,
coach.
he gave
Right.
us 5 minutes, and that's all we need. We're not gonna keep him in like they do with Ty Jerome. Like, come on, man. The dude did his job, get him off, and because what you don't want to do is now he evens out. Why bring him in if he gonna give you 20, but he gonna give the other team 15 points because he's turning the ball over now, playing out of his mind. It's not his role. So I think not only are they growing up, the coach is a good coach and he keeps them in the right situation and he lets them play within the system together. And they all love it. Like you can tell they play for each other. They're a true team. So
Yeah.
I think they just gonna be tough to beat, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think all of their players are stars in their role. I think
100%.
I think they all maximize whatever their role is. Like you mentioned, Dort, coach. Like if it wasn't for him, Denver would have walked away with that game. But he hit those three straight threes, what in the third,
Mhm.
fourth quarter, something like that, and brought that game right back. And then you can't. One name that we haven't mentioned, we can't forget about him is Alex Caruso. He's a 100% an X factor for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I know we've been saying this all show long, but he plays a winning brand of basketball.
And that's your OG that O was talking about. Because he done
Yeah,
been there. He
yeah,
done been
he
there.
done been there. He played under LeBron. He won a championship. You know, so yeah,
I mean, y'all made some great points, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Denver, just like Milwaukee, just like LA, one trade or one player personnel moves away can mess up a dynasty or mess up a championship run. A few years ago, Denver had a chance to not sign Michael Porter Jr. and re-sign Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Also
There we go.
re-sign Green
There we go.
and continue to surround Joker with the type of complementary players. But
There
you went
we go.
there and you got him, so that the series was over
100%. Yeah.
before it started. And then you fire your coach. You made the bad player personnel moves, and then you blame the coach. You gave him less ingredients to cook with, and then you fired him. So this series, in my opinion, was over before it started.
100%. I thought that was big when they let Pope go. He
Yeah.
did so much dirty work for the team. And didn't they have another player though that was on there too with Pope?
yeah.
That I
The,
think
the guard, what's his
he
name?
went to
Bruce
Brooklyn.
Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah. They said,
Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, you
see,
used to love him. Oh,
yeah, that my
yeah.
boy. What, I wonder what program he went to.
You remember he signed that big contract? He went somewhere out east, right?
Yeah, he went somewhere.
Toronto.
Yeah, he went Toronto. He went Toronto.
Yeah, he went to
Oh
Toronto.
yeah, I just love how he played in Caldwell Pope. You make 100%. That is the 1,000% money, Mo. There's nothing
Great
else to
point,
be
bro.
said after that
Yeah.
because I personally feel like you could, instead of what you gave the boy Junior, let him go, split that bread down the middle, give half to Pope and half to what you call. They would have probably been like, man, I'll take this deal. Because but I think what Denver was offering them was a slap in the face, especially after what they did to help that team win that year, man.
Right.
They was balling, man, especially Caldwell Pope, man. He fit perfect with that team.
Yes.
He fit perfect with that team.
Because he was
And
also their enforcer, right?
but
He was
also
considered like their enforcer. Yeah.
Right.
My one thing that I was getting ready to say too, fella, is sometimes you I mean, it's not like they're getting blown out. They still the game, Joker having 40, Murray doing it. they sometimes you're just playing a team that's a little bit better than you, or they, that's the reason why we have the series. So I personally feel like it's been a great series.
Yep.
To me, I feel like this has been that's because last night, if you watch that game from start to finish, that was some good basketball, man. That was some good basketball, and a lot of players made some plays. I think also what helped. I mean, what Denver, where Denver got hurt a couple times is, and I'm not getting on him because he went to a big time school that has a winning tradition, UCLA, Russell, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? He missed a couple like threes that he had been knocking down for him, earlier in the series in the corner, and he missed a couple big time corner threes that I thought would have maybe helped change the direction of the game. But that was a good game last night. So I feel like it's
been a great
the young
series.
team.
Yeah, it's been a great
We're
series.
watching a young team grow up in front of our eyes, and the only way they can do it is they got to beat a veteran team or whatever. The same way Chicago had to beat Detroit. Same way Detroit had to beat Boston. So I love it, man. I love it. It's some good basketball being played.
Yep. Moving on to that Minnesota Golden State series. Do Minnesota close it out tonight, or
can I go first? Can I go first?
Sir. Yes, sir.
It's over. It's over. So that's it. I ain't gonna waste a whole bunch of time. Yeah. Oh.
So what you think, Coach Milton, is over?
Yeah, I think it's over because everybody waiting for playoff Jimmy to come through, and he ain't. I think he done everything he gonna do for this squad. Yeah. He unless Draymond have another like four 3-pointers or something like that, I think they done with.
Yeah.
Because you got people playing out of their positions. I'm not worried about Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is not Steph Curry. I'm not concerned about Jimmy Butler. It's just Curry is a difference maker. You can't replace him because you don't have the same type of respect. And you're dealing with a young team in Minnesota that's growing up in front of our eyes. And Ant-Man ain't taking, like, that dude ain't playing. He closing out and going on and getting ready for, to do what he wants. So yeah, it's over with.
No money.
I mean, it's over. I mean, when you have a unique squad in Golden State, that's their offensive identity is solely built around Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So whenever he went out, it's a wrap. I mean, it's like Indiana back in the day when they had Reggie Miller. Everything was geared around Reggie Miller. Everything, all the action, all the splits, they all came off of Reggie Miller. And if he was gone, they were done. It's the same thing with Golden State. It's over.
That's why when Paul George came, Reggie Miller sort of was like, when he came into the league, you know what I mean? He was like, hold up, Slim, changing all the guards, bro. That man Paul George was a monster back in India. He was crazy. What? Before that knee injury? Crazy.
Before that knee injury, yeah.
Go ahead, Cole.
No, I agree with all you guys. I think the series is over. I didn't think Golden State had a chance to win the series anyway, even prior to the series starting. I thought that Minnesota would win the series in 6, 4-2. And without Curry, I just think they dead in the water. Jimmy Butler, like Coach Milton said, he gave you what he can give you. I mean, you gotta salute him because you wouldn't even got to this position without Jimmy Butler. Prior to them making the move to getting Jimmy Butler on the team, Golden State wouldn't even been in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So for them to get to this spot and competing in the semifinals in the Western Conference playoffs, you got to salute Jimmy Butler for what he brought. But I think he just got, he's at the end of the road now. I done gave you all that I can give. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you no more. And then, but what I don't like about the conversation surrounding this series? Why everybody trying to make Draymond Green into a focus point of this playoff series? Like Draymond Green has been a role player from day one, even though he's been a great role player that played his role so well that he's made an all-star team. I think he's made third team all NBA before, and then we know what he does defensively. But you hear all these sports shows and you hear them talking like, yeah, now we're going to see what Draymond Green is made of and see if he can win without Steph Curry. Why are we talking about Draymond Green with this type of energy? Like Draymond Green should not be the topic of discussion.
I can help you with that. Very simple. The only reason he should be a topic when it comes to something that serious or stuff like that is because we're gonna try to get him in foul trouble and try to get him 2-3 technicals so he can help us win. That's it. Get under his skin, get him upset, let him get a couple technicals, especially at key moments. We good to go. We ain't wasting our time talking about him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next topic.
Before we move out of basketball discussions, I just want to hear from all of you guys. Now that we know about Jayson Tatum, he ruptured his Achilles. What does this mean for the Celtics organization moving forward? Is this just a short-term effect, or is this going to have a long-term effect on that organization? Mo Money, why don't you start us off?
Man, Achilles is tough. Even with modern medicine, you just don't know. In my heart of hearts, I still don't know if Kevin Durant fully recovered from his Achilles. I still don't think he's 100% of that player that he was pre-Achilles. So it's tough to say what Boston will be after this injury with Jayson Tatum. I know they won't be the same next year because it takes about a year to fully recover from an Achilles injury. And I hope they don't rush him back. You understand what I mean? But it'll be tough in 2 years to see what this injury and how it impacts Jayson Tatum and his athleticism going forward. So I hate it for him, and I also hate it for the Celtics because they're gonna have to make some tough decisions moving forward.
Right. What you think about that, old dog?
It's an Achilles. He had surgery already. He's rolling. So next week he'll probably be on the training table getting back to it. So it's a part of it. It's a mindset. You deal with it, you move on. I think it'll give the opportunity for White to have a major role next year in the beginning of the year that will help them out later on in the year. And that's the reason why you gave White that good deal. No, he can't be Jayson Tatum, but I feel like he can help out a little bit. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And I just want to give recognition to our viewers. Jimmy Moe, he had a comment a little earlier. He said the difference between leaders and good players, the best college players, hit professional. He's a rookie unless exceptional. Every pro is good or better than your best college. You guys play no grown man making bank issues except in new rookie running on them uncontested Celtics are hurting. Boston born, raised, bleeding green, losing 2 at home, and something ain't right, but it ain't over. Celtics know they don't go all in. Fans are disappointed too. So, all right, thank you for the comment, Jimmy Moe. Go Celtics, but I think y'all y'all at the end of the road like boys to men.
What's the score of that game right now anyway?
81.
Boston winning by 11.
Yeah. But it's in the third.
I tell you what, I will give credit to Brown for this. He's stepping up and he's been checking Bronson a lot the whole time. But my thing is, why I take you to go? What? That's I don't know.
That's the thing.
I take you to get 1-3 for you to go check there. But even if you got to fall back on, I don't understand that, man. I just don't understand that. Even if you got to fall back with your scoring, but it's going to help on the other end because you're going to stop them from scoring so much. Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to go check the best guy?
Trademark.
That's one thing. And that's one thing about Anthony Edwards. He went to Georgia. Is that a winning basketball program?
Mm-mm.
But he's winning. He's winning in the playoffs, right? And he pushing LeBron, checking LeBron almost 94 feet in key moments.
Yeah, and that's why I say I don't.
65 years old.
But still,
I don't care. That's not his fault. My point is he understands the assignment. I don't care if he was
no. And was a dog.
That's all I'm saying. He don't care.
He the best in the league.
He don't care. And he said it the other night. He said, yeah, I was terrible. My offense, luckily. So I tried to do, he said, man, I don't know what coach talking about, but I tried to do what I could on defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Love that guy, bro. Love that guy.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's
anyway,
why
go ahead, Cole. Go ahead.
Well, that's why, Coach. When you asked why we didn't mention Brown, it's like I don't. To me, if I'm on a team and I got another dude that's supposed to be better than me, we gonna battle it out every night. You gonna have this
Facts.
conversation every
Facts.
night. It
Facts.
ain't no 1A, 1B, bro. We both can boogie. Like I'm not gonna, like I said, one night you might score, but I'm damn sure gonna step up and play defense. And then the next night, I just think that White takes that role where he plays the next best player. He'll step up and play defense. And Brown just kind of settles back and is like, all right, I made my money and I know that I can do it and will do it are two different things. But I just think he takes too many nights off.
I'm not going to attack Brown's character because I feel like
no.
young man does play. Yeah. He does play tough. He has had good. He plays up, but I just don't understand why he don't do that. Like you said, that part at the beginning, like what you said in the beginning, every night. Yeah. Like I played with somebody who was, they used to always compare myself and my man Ike. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if he scored, I made it a point that I scored right away. If he scored too, I scored, and it was the vice versa. If I scored, he would try to damn sure score right away. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times on kickoff return, I could score the opening kickoff.
Often
Shit. Hey, look here, Money Mo. You better get there early. I got to score now. Shit. I gotta let it be known. So if when you have that competitiveness going against with somebody on your own team that pushes you to be better, man, that's all you can ask for. I don't mind if they say I'm number 2. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all ain't gonna hurt my feelings. As long as I know I'm going out here and I'm going at him every night, and he know, you know what I'm saying? We hold each other accountable. That's what it's about. That's one thing I do respect about Jimmy Butler and the young boy from Bahamas or wherever.
Buddy Hield.
At least they challenging each other, going back and forth at each other. They trying, and that's all you can do. That's all. That I respect that. So salute. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. Hey man, let's change speeds a little bit and talk about NFL. You know, the NFL schedule is officially out, effective 8 p.m. tonight. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look down at your phones or anything like that to see the schedule, but I want to know from you guys just glancing through the schedule right now out of the 18 weeks, what are the 5 games that kind of jump out to you that you're excited to see this season? So I start with you, Coach Milton. Have you seen any games that stuck out to you that you're looking forward to this NFL season?
I really haven't looked at the overall schedule. I did look at I just peeked at the Cowboys schedule. I know they're gonna be 0-2. They got the Eagles first.
Hey, Money Mo, you gonna let a guest?
I told you I'm a recently divorced Cowboy fan. But hey, man,
hey, Money Mo,
they out the gate. Hey Mo, you agree with me? They out the gates with the Eagles, and Kansas City is their second game.
No, we got the Giants second. Kansas City on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I must have looked at the schedule. Thanks for correcting me. I just seen, for some reason, the Eagles. I must have seen the last part of the schedule because I seen the Eagles in Kansas City. I'm like, good Lord.
Hey, Coach, you're not that far off. 1-1, 0-2. You know, you just one game.
Hey, it's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1.
my bad. I looked at the schedule
wrong. That opening game, Dallas Eagles. I know you're looking forward to it. Well,
not at all. I'm tired of this bullshit. Like, who make these schedules every year? We got to come out playing the team that played in the playoffs. By the goddamn Commanders, they play the Panthers or somebody. I'm sick of it. Even going back to when we was playing the Giants. Why we always got to play the defending champ? We need a warm up too. Give us
stop crying, man.
Give us the James Madison out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Why we always got to play the defending Super Bowl champion, man? This is
take it as a sign of respect.
Ain't no sign of respect.
They win a marquee game to kick off the NFL season.
It's a sign of the damn Raiders. We got a new goddamn head coach that ain't never coached before. We got a new defensive coordinator we trying to install. Man, we might get embarrassed by the defending champions. You understand what I mean?
On,
the Cowboys ain't sneaking up on nobody. Like,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't know why you. Hey, to all our listeners and viewers, y'all don't want to get Money Mo started on no Cowboys. I don't know why Coach Mill did that.
Because that's my team too. I'm with you.
Now that's your team.
Understand.
Now that's your team, and you ain't even know the first two games. You sit up there, got us talking about the Eagles and the Cowboys. They don't play till Thanksgiving.
He said he was recently divorced.
If you was listening, I
He said
said recently divorced.
we starting
Remember
off
last week?
0-2. Talk
Remember
about we
last
start off
week?
0-2. Them niggas, they don't play till Thanksgiving, Coach. That's at least 8 or 9, man. That's week 9, man.
But I ain't been paying attention to him, man. That's what I told you. I can't. This is an abusive relationship. Oh, I can't. So you talking about? Listen, man. My hat's off to you. By you be dealing with Cincinnati and they bullshit for the last 25 years. I cannot do it, bro.
Hold on,
it's
man.
a one-sided
You ain't about to come
relationship.
up here and come at my Cincinnati Bengals, man. Hey, look, if I had the button, I would have pressed it and you would have been out of it. Hey, come on, man. You got to be quick on that, bro. He can't be up here going at my squad. Hey, somebody disrespect the squad. Come on, man. Come on, you got to hit him with the button.
My hat's off to you, man. I can't do it. I can't.
Hey, man.
You asked for 5 games, I give you the 5 games. I'm gonna give you the New York Giants twice, the New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, and the Oakland Raiders. All the games we got a chance to get a dub. I don't care about that competitive shit. I want to win. I want all the games where they ain't got no real quarterbacks. Them the 5 games I'm looking forward to.
But when those games happen,
come on, more money, man. That's not the right attitude, man. See, you didn't go to a winning brand.
I'm about to say you didn't go to a winning school.
College that had a winning brand of player, man.
Hell no, hey, I ain't playing.
You didn't go
playing
to
on
UNC.
Sunday. I'm watching. I want to watch
UNC. You wouldn't be thinking like that.
Hey, if they was paying me and I was lining up, maybe I would. But I want to watch a dub. I don't want to see us lose.
So tell me this, more money, because this is one of the topics. You know what I mean? Do you think that the Dallas Cowboys are in position? That team is ready to make a push to make it into at least the playoffs?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, okay, so when we talking about you acting like y'all gonna be be having have the first 10 picks again.
I gotta go back and look at the schedule. We went what?
If y'all a playoff
we
team,
went 7-10 last year.
7-9 when our quarterback got hurt in week 5.
Bro, we gonna be doing the same repeat numbers next year. Numbers this year, guaranteed.
So look, if you know your team is a playoff contender team, right? More money. Why wouldn't you want to see them play against these marquee teams just to see where y'all at, just to see if y'all really real?
Man, that sounds like some shit that players in the locker room say and coaches say. As a fan, I want to see dubs. I already know what my team is, man. We a 10, maybe 11 win team. So some of them games that we playing the Kansas City Chiefs, the Eagles, them games gonna go either way. Man, my heart can't take it no more. We've been disappointed my whole life. I need to see dubs.
Yeah,
I don't want to see no more L's. Like we jack it up in prime time.
Mo, we gonna mess around when we play the Jets, money. When we play the Jets, and I'm gonna say
Boston gonna mess around and win this game. I tell you that.
Yeah, they're gonna win this game, but they're gonna go back to New York. It's gonna be over. They prolong
Game 5, Money Mo. We got to get back on this call because I'm damn certain we gonna lose to the Jets.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
Wow.
Kobe, who you got, Kobe? What about you?
The games that I like, or you talking about
what games? What games you like?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that Eagles Dallas game. I just want to see the new look Dallas, and I want to see, Eagles is continuing, that momentum into this season. I'm looking through the schedule. Bear with me for a second. I'm just sifting through. Oh, and I think what's this week? Week 2. Then the Eagles got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's
so I'm looking forward to that game. Definitely. I'm always looking forward to when my team and Old Dog team play. Man, it's always a little war within the family. You know what I'm saying? He disappeared for 72 hours, just like when we have his birthday party. We party for 72 hours for his birthday, but when the Ravens play the Bengals, he disappeared prepared for 72 hours. So that's how that's been going. So I'm looking forward to those two games. I think they always great games. I think that Cincinnati is due to beat us at some point. But I hope this year, not the year.
Why you let him get away with that, oh? Why you let him get away?
But look, I'm not lying. I'm speaking facts. He know I speak. Hey, look. Hey, coach, let me tell you a story, coach. We had a prime time game Sunday night. Bengals at the Ravens. Was staying at my house for the weekend. We get food, everything, get excited, watch the game. We sitting there. Game start off. It's not looking good for those Bengals. Look like they about to get Millie Rock right off the bat. He get a phantom or suspicious phone call, right? And I need to mention too, is a fucking a downpour outside. It's a damn look like it's about to be a hurricane somewhere, right?
Like a tsunami came through that joint all of a sudden.
Tsunami, right? He get a phantom phone call saying, "Hey, cut, man, it's emergency, man. I gotta go." Man, you know he packed this shit up, got in the car, and left in that rain. Hey, so he didn't have to deal with me talking about this Bengals Ravens game all day. That's how he do, man.
Sometimes you get a call, you got to go. They called me for work.
Tickets to go see the Bengals Ravens at Ravens Stadium, front row. Ain't nothing in front of us but the Bengals players. You know that man declined. He said, "I'm not going."
I had a prior engagement. I think I was speaking to the kids. I was speaking to the kids, man. Kids come first, man. You got to talk to the kids, man. One of my players needed me or something, man. I had to go help them out, man. NIL, stuff like that. Shout out to all my guys, man. Try to help y'all out, man. Or whatever. Hey, Can I say mine?
Yeah.
And I mean this very seriously. I'm not trying to be funny. You said 5 games, right?
Yep.
The first 5 games of our season.
Okay.
So and the reason why I'm being serious, the reason why I truly mean it, because we start off 0-3 or 1-4 every year, right? Especially the last 2-3 years. So my thing is, I want to see how we come out the gate. We got everybody in camp. I ain't really worried about our D lineman, whatever the case may be. He good. He does lead the league in sacks, but he trust me, somebody who watches the Bengals every day, yeah. Don't let the numbers fool you, right? But he is a tough player and he does work hard, so I do give him that. And they should, but the Bengals don't pay nobody. But anyway, I'm looking forward to our first 5 games. I want to see how we come out the gate. I don't really care about anything, to be honest with you. I just want us to come out the gate and get those and see our first 5 games. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to, if I had to say one, I'm definitely looking forward to the Eagles and the Cowboys. I think that's going to be I think that is a great game. Once again, it shows you the power of the Dallas Cowboys, right? We talking about businesses, listeners and viewers. We talk about sports, and yes, that's the that's the genre. But trust me, it's the business, because there's no way possible the Dallas Cowboys should be playing on opening night of the NFL season after what they did last year, unless you are the Cowboys. And no matter what my record is as the Cowboys, I'm still the big dog.
It should have been the Commanders. It should have been the Commanders, so they could take that L out the gate.
Well, it should have been the Commanders. It could have been a couple teams. Why not? Yeah. So, but we know it shouldn't have been the Cowboys. It just goes to show you the power of the star. So salute to them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's just me.
Yeah. And I think, dog, y'all open up at Cleveland. So,
hey, bro, you don't need to tell us where we open up. I know where we open up. We ain't even talking.
I'm letting the viewers and the listeners know. They might not.
But I just said our first 5 games. Let our listeners and viewers. Half our listeners and viewers don't even know. They ain't even Cincinnati Bengals fans anyway.
But they want to know, though.
Yeah.
Hey, it's going to be a good physical AFC North game. That's all I'm saying. You got greatness out there, man. Hey, Hey, look, Mo Money, don't feel bad, man. We opened up with the Buffalo Bills, man.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we opened up with the Buffalo Bills, so I mean, look, the season starting off with a bang, man. The NFL not playing, man. They want their viewership, they want to get their coins, man. They putting together some packages that we gonna sit in front of that TV and watch.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
Cole, salute to y'all for giving that man his money too. I see y'all just gave him some
Oh
more money.
yeah. And I wanted to kind of just briefly talk about that. What y'all thoughts on Baltimore Ravens giving that man? I think it was 30 million 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, he definitely deserved it. They was, he was playing on a discount last year, so yeah, he definitely deserved his money, and I'm glad the Ravens made good on that, and hopefully, man, they get over that hump this year.
That was awesome that they took, because they didn't have to do that, man.
Yeah.
That goes to show you, man, that organization, man, Baltimore. Hey, man, you make plays
Eagles
out
did
there.
the same thing for Saquon. They
Come on over, old dog. Come on over.
Yeah.
Where?
Baltimore, man.
You don't live in Baltimore. You live in Virginia.
Nah, I live in Baltimore. I'm at Owens Mills right now.
That's what's up. I'm in Cincinnati then. So yeah. I'm only the one person that got a palm tree in Cincinnati. There you go. flew that joint in. Out here cold as I don't know what.
Hey, look, to all our viewers and listeners, please hit the chats and go to the website and let us know what games you looking forward to the most this coming NFL season. It looked like it's going to be another good one from week 1 to week 18. It's always my most exciting time of the year. Even though I come from a basketball background, I think I get a little more excited to watch football. So definitely looking forward to that. So let us know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it next time. But before we get out of here, the question of the day is: do we think that the North Carolina Tar Heels football team and university is too invested or too interested in Bill Belichick's personal life? Because it seems like they're trying to, control what he does with his, I guess that's his girlfriend. So it look like they trying to, I think to me, overstepping their boundaries a little bit and trying to control how he interacts with his girlfriend and what she can and can't say, what she can or can't be. So do you think North Carolina is overstepping in terms of that? And I start off with you, Mo Money.
I think so. I mean, I have to get a little deeper into the story. I'll be honest with you. When it starts dealing with wives and girlfriends, sometimes I tune it out because I'm at that mind my business. You know what I mean? Unless it's something crazy like you made Udoka when he put himself out there on Front Street. Other than that, I think all of that's overstepping the bounds, man. It's not some adulterous like activity that's or defaming the university, then that's his business. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah. What's your reaction to that, old dog?
My feelings sort of the same. The only thing is, I just think Bill need to leave her home when he doing his interviews. I think a lot sometimes when she's interrupting a person that has been doing the news and an analyst and stuff like that, and she's stopping the whole production, saying, "Hey, he's not answering those questions or stuff like that in interviews when it's pertaining." The university. Now, if they're asking a question about his personal life, then I 100%, but I think Bill should be able to, if you can talk and handle a situation full of NFL media for years, then you should be able to say, hey, the same way you used to be like, we're moving on to next week, just say you're moving on to the next question, right? Mm-hmm. Keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But North Carolina obviously has a blue blood. They know how to win, so they know how to win in the media space too. Then, so I guess they're saying, "Hey, let's keep it all positive." But I'm with you, Money Mo. It's none of my business, so I just stay out of it. I think North Carolina, they need to find that. Hey, if it's not pertaining to anything North Carolina, it's none of our business. But if we book you this interview,
Right.
and it's up, such, and this is something that we set up for you, then, it got to be you got to learn, play that game.
Yeah, yeah. Coach Milton, what's your thoughts?
Well, I'm the same. It's like that's their man's business, and I think they're trying to run it consecutively because she's a younger lady, and with all the stuff that's going on with Shannon Sharp and all the little craziness that's happening, she does kind of get outspoken. But at the end of the day, her and Bill, I'm sure, has had this conversation about how he wants her to operate, because she ain't doing it unless he's okayed it before they come. I'm assuming that because, like you said, this man has a reputation of being very blunt and very matter of fact when it comes to dealing with the pros. So I'm almost certain she ain't got that much power over him where she now gonna come in his life and disrupt him, especially when he's making this transition to the college ranks. Because
The
that's
only
big
difference
business for
between
him. Go
Shannon
ahead.
Sharp, though, Coach, I ain't mean to interrupt you, but the only difference between Shannon Sharp and Bill, Bill girlfriend, Shannon Sharp wasn't claiming her.
100%. 100%.
Shannon,
I'm
so
not.
that's two
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
different monsters. Because
yeah.
Bill got her, Bill walking around with her, holding hands.
Yep. No, and
So
that's what I'm saying. They trying
yeah,
to. I think when they bring it up, it's always trying to because of the age. But like you
Right.
say, it's completely different because that's his. He ain't hiding her, and he ain't in
no,
no problems with her.
he's going on camera and said that is my
Yep.
girlfriend.
This
Period.
is
Yeah.
she's the
Yep.
one, and it's been that way for a while before he got
Yep.
involved with Carolina. So,
Yep.
but yeah, I think they should just let him handle that, and like I said, they just figure out when she can and when she can't speak, and just move on. But it's crazy because I think they're you got some people talking about he ain't gonna make it to the start of the season. He probably lose.
I
Talking about
mean,
the man gonna lose his
you're
job.
if you're cutting the check, you got a right to say, hey man,
Yeah,
this is what
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
and
And he got that crazy contract. He got a lot of stipulations in his contract too. So they may be looking at it like, okay, do we want to deal with this going
Dang.
into the season, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
So hopefully they figure it out.
I think after he leave, it's supposed to go to his son or something like that.
To his son. Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep.
yeah. Yeah, and I agree with all you guys. I mean, that's that man's girlfriend, his significant other. I think at that, when the situation is like that, I don't think that your job has anything to do with that. It's none of their business. Your contract is with that person. As long as that person isn't embarrassing the organization, the program, and doing anything illegal, then mind your damn business. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's not, I mean, I know y'all mentioned Shannon Sharp. As long as he's not doing, no wild stuff like that where, he's embarrassing the program or he throwing wild parties and every week he getting 200 bottles of baby oil delivered, then, what I'm saying, then leave that man alone, man. Let that man live his life, even though he got a younger, even though he got a younger woman, you know what I'm saying? That's his lady, you know what I'm saying? So what he do with his lady is none of their business. So that's all I got.
Shout out to when Kobe gave a shout out to the listeners and viewers. Shout out to all our new listeners and viewers, man.
Right.
Each and every week, man, we keep putting this stuff out there, putting this content out here, and we appreciate you coming on, man, for an hour. Whether you listening to it live or are you listening to it when you're just chilling at the crib or at work or wherever it may be, man. Tune in, man. We appreciate it. It costs nothing to support. All you gotta do is click the button to subscribe, and it's helping us, you know what I'm saying, use our platform and get it out there and just get good old fashioned conversations from all over different places, all different opinions, all different views, you know what I'm saying, but coming together and showing respect and honor, man. And that's what it's about here. So we appreciate all our listeners and viewers. And I just wanted to say all our new listeners and viewers from all over the globe, from everywhere, Canada, here, Kobe, all the people that that you done played overseas with, Russia, Zimbabwe, Africa.
Oh, dog, you said that because I almost forgot. I want to give a shout out to my homies
See?
at the Jersey Mikes in Stafford, Virginia, off of Garrisonville Road,
Oh, love.
who are new listeners to the show. Every time I go in there, they say they appreciate the show, they love the show, and they
Oh,
tune
that's
in
dope.
each and every week. So
Did you tell them? Did you tell them that we had Crowell on the show?
I did, I did,
Oh,
I did, I did.
nice,
And
nice.
so they went back to watch that show and everything. So I just wanted to salute them for becoming new viewers and listeners of our show and supporting us, man.
That's what it's about.
And
That's what it's
yeah, so yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But look, fellas, man, another good show, man. I appreciate chopping up with y'all, man. It was a good time. Next week, got a special guest. Coach Brianna Gross will be on the show. We'll talk about her playing career and her current career as a coach. So that should be a very interesting interview. So make sure y'all tune into that. Other than that, you know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Respect and honor, and salute to y'all.
No Cap Sports Show, where sports and combos collide.